Let's learn how to paint red gems today.
That the entirety of the cosmos is accessible through each and every individual's mind, connecting to the great mind, the great spirit.
Welcome back to the channel, collectors. So today we're going to be painting red gems, but this method can also be substituted for other colors if we just swap red with some other color. Alright? So I'm going to explain some concepts about painting gems. We are painting a transparent object, so the light needs to be coherent to the rest of the model. For me, my light sources are usually from the top right, and then because it's coming from the top right, it will be collected at the bottom left corner of the gem. So that's how I'm going to paint it. So if you're ready, let us begin. Alright, welcome back to another tutorial, collectors. So today we'll be painting red gems. First and foremost, we're going to be creating the first color. The first color will be red, Chimera red and black. What we're going to do, we're going to start plotting in where the light will be collected after it passed through the gem. Okay, so using this color, I'm going to start blocking in where the light is collected at the bottom of the gem. I'm focusing this color at the bottom 50% of the gem to make sure I start to illustrate that the light has passed through the gem, has been colored, and it's collecting at the bottom of the gem. At this stage, you don't need to make the shape too precise first, as we can still use black to clean up the shapes later. So right now is a good time to check if you subscribe to the channel. If you've not subscribed yet, I appreciate if you go down and check. Even if you have, just click the subscribe button because it helps us a lot. This is the result. As you guys can see, I'm currently painting a heart-shaped gem, that's why the shape is as such. Okay, next I'm gonna add more red into the previous color, and I'm gonna start painting within this area that I've just created. As described just now, you got to illustrate that the light is being collected at the bottom edges, and you just want to leave a little bit of the previous color showing. This color that I'm using is going to be the mid-tone, and I want most of the distribution for this layering to be of this color. You can see over here is I'm also stippling just a little bit so that I create an uneven edge so that it doesn't look so obvious that there are two layers. I want to start blending it very, very gently. Result of this step, we're going to move on to the next step. Using pure Chimera red now, and using the pure Chimera red, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start focusing on the bottom edges a lot more. So at this stage, I'm going to be focusing on the form at the bottom edges. Okay. Now's a good time. If you have any questions, just let me know in the comments below, and I'll be very happy to answer them. Alright? Because the light is collected at the bottom, we're going to create our first highlight now. The first highlight that we're going to be creating is going to be a mix of ivory, Chimera red and orange. I want this to be primarily Chimera red and orange, but at a higher value, so that you can see that the light is collected there and is glinting. Okay. Right now, I'll be focusing on the form of how the bottom of the gem is being collected. While I'm painting at the bottom of the gem, I'm not painting all the way to the edge, so that there is still some distinction between the gem and where the gem is being mounted. Where the areas where the gem are being mounted tend to be darker, and right now I'm using the same technique to stipple so that you get a smoother blend towards the bottom. the first stage we are going to use pure Chimera pure Chimera white. So in this pure Chimera white, I'm adding in Chimera red to create a very high value, slightly desaturated pink orange color. Yep. So the previous mix I was adding more red, and this mix I'm mixing more orange into this, so that we can start to illustrate that the light has been filtered through a lot of red, and even the light coming out of it tends to be a little red orange. There's no pure white light coming out at the bottom. Right now I'm just again focusing at the bottom and then paying attention to the form of the jewel. We are nearing the end of the tutorial already, so if you found this useful, also please like and subscribe to this channel, and if you can, I appreciate if you share it on your social media because it helps me a lot. Alright. Alright, so this is it. The next step might be a little bit shocking. I'm gonna add white to a bit of Chimera green to sort of like illustrate that there is a cool environment, a cool blue sky on the top. And using this color, I'm going to start painting in the glints on top of the gem. It's not very clear here, but in just a little bit you can see the glint being illustrated. Don't worry at this stage, if it's a little bit messy, you can always use black to clean it up later. Okay, right now this glint is a little too white, and I'm going to use black to clean it up. See how easy it is? I'm using a bit of black red to clear it up because light is entering from these two areas. Okay, just give it a try and you guys can have a look. This last stage, I'm going to just paint in all the little details. I'm going to use the same black-red color to also start to blend in and to redefine the edges. Adding in a little bit more white to show the strongest areas, showing the glint, focusing on the form of the jewel. Okay, and using just a little bit of red glaze to blend in the bottoms and to redefine the shape again. After this stage, it is optional, but if you want, you can always use a gloss varnish, and I find that this adds a very nice finish. Currently I'm stuck at home with no gloss varnish, so this is how the gem will look without gloss varnish. Reinforcing the deep blacks on the top, and this is the result of the gem. I hope you found this useful.
So that's how I paint gems, and you can use this technique to paint lenses and other transparent objects, flasks, vases, all the other stuff. Alright, so if you found this video useful, I appreciate if you like, subscribe and hit the bell notification icon so you know when we post the next videos. We post videos on Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays and sometimes Saturdays. Okay, if you really want to support the channel even further, do head on to our Patreon. Patrons get early access to many of my tutorials, and you guys get to ask me questions so that we get to be online and we get to become better painters together. Alright, also I would like to thank all my patrons who are making this possible. Yes, it's tough time and every single bit counts, and I appreciate your help. Alright, so I'll see you guys in the next video. See you.